Guys,
New notification.
here's my stance on Palestine. I support Palestine in so many ways. I support Palestine because I'm against Israel. I have way more love for Palestine and I have no love for Israel. And yeah, my stance is love for Palestine, hate for Israel. I don't support Israel at all. I never supported that piece of trash nation at all. Palestine for the win, Israel for the L. For the loss. And I really don't like Israel. I really don't like them. I really don't like Israel. I am all for Palestine. All for Palestine. Do you hear me? I'm all for Palestine. I support them. Because I have no love for Israel. And there's a good reason why I'm all for Palestine. They're a small nation. Very small nation. Like they're barely a blip on the world map. Enough as it is. And I'm just saying, I love Palestine because they're the underdogs. I support Palestine 1,000,000%. I'd be surprised if they just, reached out to basically reaching out to Ukraine and get Ukraine to help them in the fight against Israel. And there's no doubt that Ukraine would help out Palestine. Because Ukraine knows what it's like to get bullied by a bigger country, bigger than them. And guess what? Russia backed off of said Ukraine because of us. We wasn't gonna let Ukraine get destroyed by Russia. And with that being said, here's my review on the political topic and the politics of the world in this day and age. And here's the thing. Israel was not a good country to begin with. And with them doing backroom deals with a very enemy of South Korea and America, They were doing backroom deals with North Korea. How do you think they got the nukes? How do you think they got the bombs? They got the bombs from North Korea because they couldn't afford to get bombs from America. They got the funding, but not the weaponry. Then they started using that funding to fund the North Korean imperialism and its long-standing stalemate war with South Korea, which South Korea was a long-standing ally of America for the longest time. If South Korea realized that shit, they would have cut ties with the U.S. and joined forces. And here's the thing. That money is washed through a number of economic and political fronts through various countries that despises America and its allies. And America's kind of forced its hand in funding Israel, which Israel was never America's ally. Israel was the quintessential, one of a few quintessential devils in this war. But America's oldest enemy was the United Kingdom. That was one of two of America's oldest enemies. Those Mesoamericans, they were the number one enemy. The number two enemy, that is the second oldest enemy of America, was the British. And now after 200, 300 years of grappling sabers against America, we have the British trying to buddy up with America. Too late for that. This war is getting crazier by the moment. I mean, who in their right mind wants to be a part of this nonsense? I'm pretty sure a lot of Americans want no part of this war. And Brian McGuinness is pro-Palestine, anti-Israel. I have more love for Palestine and I have no love for Israel. Israel is just a piece of trash, and I don't like it. Not one bit. I have no love for Israel. None whatsoever. Matter of fact, I hope once this war is done, Israel is in disrepair. Trump is out of office. And tariffs begin to lift. Russia is in such poor repair. North Korea in disarray, and all three nations to fall in financial ruin, and Israel wiped off the face of the earth in the very socioeconomic and socio-political stage, and being kicked off the world stage as a sovereign nation, and falling into financial ruin, and having the tariffs lifted off of China, and having our companies coming back to America, and just to make things quite crystal clear, having like nothing to do with messing with Iran. We messed with them during the Iran and Iraq wars back in the 80s and back in the 90s. But we should not be going to war with them ever again. This World War III shit is getting out of hand. And I'm just saying, why have people fight and die in a war that they don't want to be a part of? And here's the thing. With Australia and the UK, the United Kingdom, their like a economy is to tank very badly, thusly forcing the people's hand into having a lot of people rising up against British and Australian police officers. Like, I'm serious. The censorship that's going on in those countries makes the very leaders of those countries a real piece of work. Making them out to be real pieces of work. And Israel is no better. They're trying to exterminate and commit mass genocide of Palestinian people. Here's how things really go. When you're pro North Korean, pro Russian, pro Australian, pro United Kingdom, and pro Israel, imperialist, you're a problem. You are basically one of very many problems with the world today. The British are all about censorship. The Australians are all about censorship. North Korea is all about censorship and tyranny. Russia's all about trying to wipe off the very Ukrainian people off the face of the earth. Israel is starting trouble. And here's the thing. Iran was just sick and tired of seeing Palestinians being attacked. So he decided to step in and said enough was enough. And that Israelites were going, like, if I'm not mistaken, the leader of Iran was was basically declaring war on Israel and saying, enough is enough, Israel. If you don't back off of Palestine, you will die. You will die off, and we will kill you. Iran is basically saying, you, Israel, you deserve to die for what you're doing to the Palestinian people, and we will kill you. What you do to Palestine, we will do to you tenfold. And that's when Palestine started getting some very serious backup of Iran and Iraq. Just imagine if they were to get Ukraine on their side. And here's the thing. Israel's crying like a bitch, crying to America to help them out of the trouble that they caused. The constant bombing in Gaza, the constant trouble that the Israelites were causing the Palestinian people makes the very Israelites look like a bunch of bad guys. And it's no surprise if Iran were to win, permanently crippling the economy of Israel. Bam! Just imagine what would happen if Iran and Iraq invaded the United Kingdom, freeing up the tyrannical rule of Ofcom and its parent company, and freeing up free speech there. And here's the thing. The Prime Minister of the United Kingdom is starting trouble with its own people. And the politicians of the United Kingdom is the problem right now. They think that they're more important. They aren't. They don't deserve a bunker at all. None of the British prime ministers and politicians deserve a bunker at all. They deserve to be forced out into the open and forced onto the battlefield alongside the people and dying first. And not to force the innocent people there to fight for them if the British government is going to try to censor the right to free speech over there in the United Kingdom, and those very Australian government officials, same to them too. I am pro-Palestine, and I'm pro-free speech. I'm pro-defending the innocent. The people of the everyday innocent people in the Ukraine, Palestine, and the very innocent people that are being targeted and tormented by their own corrupt politicians. Those are the innocent people I stand up for. I will not have the innocent people in the United Kingdom and in Australia being forced to be censored all with like the Online Safety Act or being controlled in that manner. And I will not have Palestine being targeted by the Israelite scum. And I will not have innocent people in North Korea being targeted by the government of North Korea itself. The people of Russia are turning against their own government for what they have been doing to the Ukrainian people. And the Ukrainian people is just stealing tanks and claiming them as a tax write-off for them. And we should not be getting involved in this war between Iran and Israel. Israel did this shit by constantly attacking Palestinians. And yet, this whole thing of Iran is saying, hey, fuck you, Israel. We're gonna kill your ass. We're gonna exterminate your ass for constantly attacking the Palestinians. So we're gonna teach you a lesson by bombing the shit out of you. What you do to Palestine, we're gonna do to you. Tenfold. And Israel wants to cry, bitch, piss, and moan and whine and complain to America that they're being attacked. You brought this on yourself, Israel, by attacking Palestine too many times. What you bitches think was going to happen when you all decided to attack Palestine? The world is getting fucking crazy. And that's what's happening. I have love and support for Palestine, not Israel. But anyways, this has been my political review amongst the other stuff I review on this channel that I also review and commentate on. So leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and share the videos everywhere.